Welcome to Future Tech. In this episode, I want to talk about the most incredible futuristic motorcycles that actually exist. These bikes are still just prototypes and you can't buy them just yet. But they represent innovations that show us what the future of motorcycles will look like. Let's just jump straight into it. The first innovation that I think we're going to see in motorcycles is self-balancing bikes. This is the Honda Riding Assist, and like the name suggests, it assists you while riding it by, you guessed it, self-balancing. The motorcycle automatically balances itself using an assistive mechanism derived from robotics technology that Honda invented while developing its walking humanoid robot. When you turn the system on, the motorcycle stays upright even when the rider walks away from it. The auto-balancing function is always on, even when the rider sits on the bike. When the bike comes to a dead stop, the rider doesn't need to put their feet on the ground for balance. The motorcycle balances itself even while riding at very slow speeds. This is very useful in the stop and go or slow speed traffic in urban cities. Once the rider gets off the bike, it can even follow the rider wherever he or she goes, such as moving into the garage. With the motorcycle balancing itself, riding, touring, and motorcycle life in general is made easier without sacrificing the fun of riding. The BMW Motorrad Vision Next 100 has similar technology. It is a concept motorcycle that represents BMW's vision of what the future of motorcycles will look like. This new concept promises to enhance the stability of the motorcycle when on the move, and it also balances the bike when stationary. Even when the rider unmounts the motorcycle, it will remain upright and always provide a positive feel for the rider. According to BMW, the self-balancing in the future will be so good and safe that riders won't even have to wear helmets and other protective gear. I can't wait to see it. The next innovation that I think we should see in future motorcycles is bikes with more than one riding mode. One such bike is the Kawasaki J Concept 3-wheeler. This is a concept bike that has two riding modes. The first mode is the attack mode, which is a more traditional two-wheeled bike mode. However, the second mode, called the upright mode, changes the motorcycle to a three-wheeler. Having more wheels could mean that the ride will be more stable and thus safer. Having two riding modes means that you can more easily adapt to the different riding conditions. If you're a beginner or if you're stuck in traffic and want to go a little more slowly, you can ride in the upright mode. However, once you clear the traffic, you can engage the attack mode and ride a bit faster. The Kawasaki J Concept has other cool features as well, such as the more intuitive handlebars or the ability to communicate efficiently with the rider regarding road conditions and motorcycle setups. However, the ability to change and transform for different road riding conditions and styles is something I'm really interested to see, and I think that this innovation will one day find its way into most motorcycles. Nowadays, every piece of technology we use is smart. Well, why shouldn't motorcycles be smart too? That is the third innovation that I think will come in the motorcycles of the future. For now though, you can see what the smart bikes will look and feel like with the Yamaha Motorroid Concept. The Yamaha Motorroid Concept is a concept motorcycle that can stand on its own, move on its own, recognize its owner, and obey commands. However, the really interesting part is that it doesn't behave like a machine, but instead, it looks and acts like a living creature. The primary technologies comprising Motorroid are an image recognition AI system for recognizing the rider's face and gestures, Yamaha's exclusive self-balancing technology, and a haptic human-machine interface that wraps around the hips and is aimed at fostering non-verbal communication between rider and machine. This bike is a great representation of what the relationship and interaction between humans and machines will look like in the future. The machines will be smart and they will behave like living creatures, and that means that both the relationship and the interaction between them and their owners should be more natural and intuitive. You can't talk about the motorcycles of the future and not mention speed. This next motorcycle concept is the Lazarette LM847. This bike is equipped with a 4.7-liter V8 Maserati engine that delivers 470 horsepower at 7,000 RPM. To manage the weight of the massive engine, the motorcycle is equipped with 4 wheels. Each wheel is mounted to an individual single-sided swing arm with the front wheels using perimeter-mounted brake discs. This thing is basically an engine on wheels. Now, I don't think that this is an innovation that will become common one day, but still, it's an amazing feat of engineering, and if this exists today, you can only imagine what the mega crazy super fast bikes of the future will look like. At the end of this video, I just want to mention the BMW K75 Alpha Bullet bike. This bike is custom designed by Turkish industrial designer Mehmet Doruk Erdem, who wanted the Alpha Bullet bike to resemble a great white shark. Now, like the Lazarette bike, I don't think that this design will find its way into the bikes of tomorrow. However, it looks really powerful and beautiful at the same time, so I had to include it on this list. It's just really cool. There you have it, my thoughts on the motorcycles of the future. What do you think? Do you think that one day we'll see these motorbikes on the streets? Tell me in the comments below. Also subscribe. And don't forget to tune in next time for more awesome talks and discussions about the future.